It's going to be a fiercely competitive few days, but the truth is that every one of you in these games, every service member and veteran, has already earned our highest admiration and our deepest gratitude. When your countries asked you to serve, to risk everything to protect our safety and our freedom, you and your families answered the call. And just as you inspired us with your courage on the battlefield, your grit and resilience when you take the playing field, your unconquerable souls inspire us today. So on behalf of the American people, thank you. Have a great time tonight. Good luck to all the athletes, and go Team USA.
All right, I'm not going to take a lot more of your time here before this gets very big, but I just want to say one thing. Your Highness, Prince Harry's going to be up here in a second. He has been... I remember the very first time I met him was actually in 2010 in New York, where he came there to dance with those and run with those in Central Park in New York, to actually be on their side as they're doing this. The next time I met him was in 2012, I think it was, in the Arctic, where he was taking those up to the North Pole. And the very first time I interviewed him, I asked him, is it okay if I call you Prince Harry? And he said, well, can I call you Bob? And that was it. It pretty much loosened up with that. You know, since then, he has now had 2 major deployments to Afghanistan. He was back in 2007 and again in 2012. You know, he was an Apache pilot, accomplished so much. And now this with the Invictus Games. Invictus means unconquered. It is true that we have changed, but conquered? No. I know one more thing about London, is my father wanted to tell you this, by the way, Prince Harry, that he was actually here for the Korean War. He was in the army. He was actually in England in 1952 at the Spitfire base. And he said he wanted to tell you that at that very time, he actually went and attended the coronation of your grandmother, Queen Elizabeth. So he wanted to say hello. Ladies and gentlemen, Prince Harry.
Good evening, everybody. It's very American here tonight. Hence the noise. I'd just like to make a few thank yous. Thank you, Ambassador and Mrs. Bazin, for their kindness and hospitality in hosting this evening in your back garden, as you so rightly put it. I'd also like to thank all the generous donors who have made this evening possible, in particular Bob and your foundation. Without your help, tonight wouldn't be possible, so thank you very much. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all the competitors to London for the first Invictus Games. Thank you from me for embracing the concept so enthusiastically and coming all this way, some further than others. You really have no idea what you've let yourselves in for. As many of you know, the idea was born from the US Warrior Games, and therefore what better way to mark the start of the Games than here at Winfield House. I'm hugely grateful to all the Americans here this evening for allowing us to steal your idea, but more importantly, for leading the way in showcasing the power of sport that it has in recovery. We hope Invictus will take this concept to a wider platform, engaging more nations and their servicemen and women to harness the power of sport. All of you competing in the Games have made remarkable journeys to make it here, and in doing so, you remind us that anything is possible.
Thank you, sir.
I'm particularly delighted to see many of your families and friends here too. I know that many of you probably wouldn't be here were it not for their patience, support and love, and in some case stubbornness. I hope you all enjoy the competition. The Invictus team have put in a huge amount of work to stage the Games in such a short space of time. They all blame me and I blame you. None of this would have been possible without Sir Keith Mills and many of the London 2012 Olympic Board coming back together again. There has also been an unbelievable support from donors, sponsors, the government, sports bodies, service charities and most significantly, the British public, of which hopefully you will all see over the coming days. And not to forget Alex Fitzgibbons for putting on this evening as well. One thing I will say, speaking from experience, if you go out in London while you're here, please remember that it won't go unnoticed. I'm not... I've got about 3 minutes left, but I'd much rather let the old people get onto the stage. They're a bit rusty. They've kind of been taking time off for quite a long time, but it gives me huge pleasure to welcome the Foo Fighters.
Say that this band, we've done some pretty strange things in the last 20 years. This one might take the cake, I'm not sure. It's an honor to be here, and I'm so thankful that one day, about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, another musician from here in England texted me and said, "Hey, is it okay if I give your phone number to Prince Harry? Is that okay?" I said, "Okay, yeah, sure." He said, "Okay, he's gonna call you tomorrow at noon or something like that." I said, "All right." And at noon the next day, my phone rings and I see it's a number from the UK. And I panic because I don't know what to call him. So I answer, I said, "Hello?" And a voice says, "Hello, Dave, it's Harry." And I say, "Hey, Harry, what's up, man?" And when he asked us to come play this show, I could not say no, because I feel like there are certain moments and opportunities in life that you have to seize. There are some that mean more than others. And I have to say, this is so great that we're here tonight together to play some loud. Song about that. It's called Times Like These. I'm a one-way motorway. I'm a road that drives away, follows you back home. And I'm a street light shining. I'm a white light blinding bright, burning off and on. It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give again. It's times like these we learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. I'm a new day rising. I'm a brand new sky to hang the stars upon tonight. But I'm a new day lion. times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give again. It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these, time and time again.